Just another Magi Monday. Whoa, whoa. Welcome to the summer season of Magi Monday. I'm here with Mama Bear Mare. Say hello.
What's up? What's up, everybody?
What's up? And my name's Andrea Blythe. I'm the traveling Magi of Let Love Rise. And welcome to summertime.
Summertime.
Summertime. Summertime. So, summertime, but this is the first of our summer series. And we are going to be talking about the suit of the clubs, which has everything to do with our mind, communication, mindset, intuition. Are there any other words that you would throw out there, Mayor, for?
Yeah, I found this spiritual pursuit they have for the knowledge, the mental
Yeah.
drive, truth seeker, passion for learning. Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, yes. Passion for learning. Yeah, the club suit is a totally separate energy from the heart. So if you are new here, welcome. We hope that this mystical wisdom will serve you to understand yourself better, your soul essence, or those that you know. We have just completed our first series, the spring season, which is the beginning of kind of like the zodiac. It's the beginning of this mystical wisdom with the hearts. And the hearts were all about the symbology of love, relationships, home, family. And now we have this shift with not the equinox, with the solstice that brings us into a new shift in energy. And now we're talking about our mind. Really, when I think about the clubs, I think about the mind and all the things that we just mentioned uh, that are overall for the suit. So we are going to go through during these 13 weeks of summer. We are going to go through each and every card of the club suit, starting today with.
The Ace of Clubs.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, I'm turning it right side up. The Ace of Clubs, and I was like about to sing some Ace of Base, but didn't realize,
Oh, please do.
I don't know. I
Please
guess
do.
I'm full of song this morning, Mayor. So hope you're
I'm
all
not
ready for it.
surprised.
The Ace of Clubs. So here we have our second ace in the deck, and all aces represent new beginnings, a desire. They're very ambitious. It is the card of self. It is the one. It is, yeah, this desire for something new, to learn something new, to create something new, to learn or create something new is where my thoughts stop. However, before we get to the birthdays of this card, this is really interesting. So, without getting too in depth with how the system, the intricacies of the system work, I do want to preface this entire conversation by saying that if you are an Ace of Clubs, or you know and love an Ace of Clubs, like my bestie for life, she is an Ace of Clubs. They are called, they're a very special group of cards called the semi-fixed cards. And this card has a soul twin. So essentially, what that means is that every time the system gets quadrated, because again, the Magi card science system is a scientifically calculated, and there's a formula for how the spreads work. Every other year, this card exchanges energy with one other card. It's Karmic Soul's twin. Test time. Mama Bear Mare. Do you know what the
Testing.
Cosmic Soul Twin card is to the Ace of Clubs?
Could you call me Minnie if I didn't? I mean,
The mini Magi.
Mini Magi.
All
It's
right,
a
mini
two of
Magi.
hearts. I still can't do that, but it's a two of hearts.
Yes, it's the Two of Hearts. It's the Two of Hearts. So you can go back. We have already recorded the video on the Two of Hearts. And in that video, we talked about the Ace of Clubs because these two cards, very fascinating. There are 52 cards in a deck. And with the quadration that we do, every other quadration, these two cards mystically just, it's called, they displace each other. They sit in each other's position every other year. So
Hmm.
they're very connected. They don't have their own karma cards like how we read the rest of the 45 cards that are not fixed or semi-fixed. There are seven that are fixed, semi-fixed. This one being one of them. But the rest of us, we have karma cards. These cards, they have their like karmic relationship with each other and with the other fixed and semi-fixed cards. So that introduction being said, let's talk about the birthdays. Who are the amazing people who have this as their birth card?
Okay. If you were born on May 31st, June 29th, July 27th, August 25th, September 23rd, October 21st, November 19th, and December 17th, you too are an ace of clubs.
You're an ace of clubs. That's right. So we'll list those birthdays in the description down below because you'll notice that with the suit of the clubs, we're going to have more birthdays of this card. Now, it can be your birth card if those are one of your birthdays, and it is also possible that it is your planetary ruling card. So, that's an aside. If you want to know what any of your Magi cards are, the best way to do so is to just hop on a call with me and we can talk based on you just give me your birthday and I will share with you your birth card and then your planetary ruling card. And we can chat about what that means for you. But
Yes.
let's talk a little bit more about it's fun to talk about some famous people who are born of this birthday.
Yes.
So let's do it.
Okay.
Let's see what these people have in store.
Well, I'd love because I was able to text our lovely Kelly because she's a big Brucey.
Mm,
So Bruce Springsteen is an ace of
yes.
clubs. Ray Charles,
Bruce Springsteen, right?
Walt Whitman. I
Mm.
mean, come on. And then Meg Ryan, love her, and Calvin Klein. We've
Ken
got
Calvin.
musicians and poets and designers and actors and yeah.
All all ace of clubs, two of hearts. So I say ace of clubs, two of hearts because they're so closely related. It is important that when you see the ace of clubs show up in your roadmap, whether it's for life or for the year, for the week, you can even calculate it down to the week, that you also understand that there's two of hearts energy infused in it. And the two of hearts, just to say, is the union in love. So I would say that the ace of clubs is known as the desire for knowledge or the desire for learning, and the two of hearts is the union in love card. So both of these cards, it's important to understand that they're so karmically entwined and connected, and all of those people carry that. So they carry the highs of the ace and the lows of the ace. They also carry the highs of the two and the lows of the two. So highs of an ace is like creation. It is like it is the spark, and I love that it starts summer season where it's in it and it's creation of the mind. Like what can come forth? What new ideas do I want to have? What do I want to learn? What I want to discover? And I love that this is it coincides with the beginning of summer season, the whole season of the mind, because it's an invitation to what do you want to do? What do you want to learn? What do you want to develop? What do you want to create in these 90 days that you have that we all have before us?
Hmm.
Uh, I think this is where we give a not a shameless plug, but a you're welcome plug for the Artist Way. The Artist
Yes.
Way, we are starting that this Sunday in a Soul Growth Book Circle or a Soul Growth Book Club. We meet every Sundays. The Artist's Way is a 12-week course, a spiritual path to higher creativity. And I love doing this in the summertime because, again, it is very much a lot about our mindset, our beliefs, our patterns, things that will come up from our that we're carrying with us that maybe will recognize for the first time. But beyond that, there's this pursuit of learning something new, pursuit of trying something differently, a pursuit of just enjoying like, well, what would fill me up? What would fill my cup? Maybe I used to paint and I don't paint anymore, or I used to refinish furniture and I have stopped doing that, or I used to cook these beautiful meals and I'm not doing that anymore. And just wanting to learn something new. That is an invitation into the Artist Way. This Sunday, we are going to have our introductory meeting where you'll find out like what's involved. So if you are curious about that, please definitely grab Either the Soul Roadmap, free gift. It's an ebook that I wrote, or if it is available, the Awaken the Warrior Goddess booklet. Would hopefully it'll be available by the time this is posted, and the links will be in the description. So check the description to see how you can be a part of the journey. But the artist way, learning something new, creating something new, that is definitely a high side of an ace. Is like knowledge, learning. Think about all the poems that Walt Whitman created, all the songs that Bruce Springsteen wrote. Which do you have a favorite? Bruce
Mm,
Springsteen song?
not
That
really. I
is
mean,
that.
I don't really know that many of him until recently. I haven't really, because
And you
I'm,
said Ray Charles
oh,
as well. You're a little bit
yes,
more rock and roll.
I'm,
Well, for me, it's definitely Thunder Road. That's my,
there you
oh,
go.
I love the imagery, the storytelling in that song. It's so good. Yeah, you were a little bit more rock and roll, but like
Yeah, I looked at the,
rock and roll then, right?
yeah, yeah.
Uh, so it's new creations and new ideas, right?
Mm.
Downside of any ace. Do you have any idea what a downside of an ace would be, Mayor?
I was gonna look and then I thought I'm gonna challenge myself because I knew you were gonna ask.
Mm,
Whenever it to me, it's like they think of just themselves, right? Because it's of the mind and they're this, so it's like they could be doing everything and just charging through with their knowledge without thinking of
mhm.
others.
Yeah,
That's
and for all aces, it's very much it is the card of the self. So it can be self-centered, it can be, selfish. And I just want to say, like, there's a time and a place to be selfish. And I'm going to be
absolutely.
promoting a lot of that, like inspiring you, like driving you, like, go be selfish, do something just for yourself. However, it can be like anything that's out of balance. That would be the low side of an ace, is that they think too much just about themselves and not of the other. But this ace is a little bit unique because its karmic soul twin is this two. And twos are the union cards that we're better together. Whatever I do by myself, I'm better with another person. So the two of hearts, especially the heart, is that desire for connection that maybe will offset this particular ace more than the
Mm.
other aces, right? Because it's so karmically connected to the two. And then just remembering there's a low side to twos. There's one word that I see when I see a two and I think about the low side. Does any word pop up to you? So many like mini pop quizzes to you this morning.
It's okay. Um, Low side of it too. Too clingy, maybe too codependent.
Yeah, and what drives that is usually fear that
Mm.
that the coupling will uncouple. It's so the low side is fear. And fear does present itself in clinginess, in yeah, just constantly needing that validation or what's the yeah, that codependent like you complete me. No, no,
Yeah.
no,
Ugh.
no. Don't
Jerry Maguire ruined it.
Jerry, right?
Yeah.
I
God
complete
dang
my
it,
yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah, so that's a little bit about this card. It is a very unique card, and with all fixed and semi-fixed cards, somebody who is of that is what birthdays did you say around July, August? I'm trying to identify the Leo.
There's one Leo at July 27th. The
Okay,
others
so
are, yeah.
okay, so if your birthday is July 27th, because you are a Leo. That means you're ruled by the sun. So your sun card, your birth card, is also your planetary ruling card. So all Leos have one Magi card, and we're coming into, well, Cancer season just started, but then next comes Leo. So it's important to know that if you're a Leo, Ace of Clubs slash Two of Hearts, you might feel just a little bit different from everybody else. And it's because you're in your own energy all the time. You don't get to jump around the rest of the spread and pick up on other people's energies and their roadmap. So you might feel just like different. And that
Mm.
is valid. I'm here to validate you and make you just feel different. Like
Mm.
I go back to that song, one of these things is not like the other. Was
But
that
don't you think, question really quick, that because they have the same, that it doubles down on the low side?
yeah.
Like it could, yeah,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. And it can't absolutely, absolutely can double down on anything. And so there is something that we can look at. We can also see the position and time of birth that you were born, see if you're in your first, second, or third decadent, and look for a decadent ruling card to give more of a story because it's nice to have two sides of the coin or two stories happening at once. You being a three of hearts, the other storyline for you is the 10 of clubs storyline. You have two storylines playing out at all time. I have the four of spades, 10 of diamonds storylines. But if you are, and so maybe for the Leo, because is a semi-fixed card, maybe it is just the ace of clubs, two of hearts, but it really does double down. All Leos double down on their energy. It's more intensify. They really came in like, nope, this is my path. This is what I'm
Oh, this
learning.
is
This
fun.
is what I'm doing. Yeah, watch me, hear me roar. Yeah. Yeah, the last thing that we typically discuss here is if we have it in our soul roadmap, and throughout the club season, the season of the summer, it's my intention to invite in some more people into the conversation. There are, not surprisingly, lots of clubs that join the work that I do, and I think it's because clubs want to learn, they want to know, they want to try something different, and this card science system fascinates so many people because they're like, wait, what? I have never heard of this before. Right, not many people have. It is just becoming back into our conscious awareness. But we will have more conversations with more clubs throughout the season. Mama Bear Mare being a big club herself. But what I wanted to discuss is where it shows up also in your soul roadmap. If it does show up in your soul roadmap, if you are curious about what a soul roadmap is or what yours is, again, schedule a clarity call with me or a soul roadmap reading, and we can look into your roadmap for life. And then we have an annual roadmap as well. We can also look, I mean, there's 7 year roadmaps or 7 day weekly roadmaps. But for you yourself, I know as a Three of Hearts person, you have an interesting connection to this card.
I do. I have it as I am its moon. So you
Yes.
ace of clubs, I'm your moon.
I'm your moon.
Lucky you.
Come and find me. I'm your moon. And yeah, we've talked about the sun moon connection before. It's a really beautiful connection. Just as we see it in the sky right now, the sun is in its full radiance, and the moon is becoming will be new moon this week. So it's less and less. But the moon is the reflection of the sun. The sun is the leader, the takes the direction in the relationship, kind of has casts the vision, and the moon's role is to support as long as you're in alignment in the vision. I talk a
Right.
lot on Let Love Rise in the blogs and in the stories how I've written about how my sun moon connection with my former husband, how that contract kind of broke and how I was no longer able to be a reflection or supportive encouragement for how he was leading our family. And that was part of the rift that ruptured and caused the divorce in our family. But for you, Sun Moon, noted just knowing that if you are to meet somebody who is an Ace of Clubs, Two of Hearts. Now that's interesting, however, I just noticed because Ace of Clubs, Two of Hearts, the Two of Hearts in the spiritual spread is moon to the Three of Hearts. So
There's a
it's
lot
a
of moons.
double sun moon connection. So that could be a really lovely, lovely energy. Sun moon, it works together. It's almost like yin and yang energy.
Mm,
But yeah, in your roadmap for life,
yep.
you are always going to be a moon to this person, the way your card is positioned. Other than that, so that is your life roadmap. Are there any, does it show up for you annually this year at all?
I didn't look at my three. My 10 of clubs, it does not. Let me look. I don't think it did show up in my three.
Okay. And then for me,
No.
speaking of sun moon, the only place that I see it show up for me, I'm making sure I'm on my yearly spread, is get this. Of course, it's moon to me this year. The ace of clubs is moon to my four of spades this year. And my cosmic moon is the two of hearts. So both of these cards are supportive influences for me for the year. So not so again, like what does this mean that like a card is a supportive influence to you, right? It's the energy of the card or the people represented by it. So again, I said that my bestie for life, she is an ace of clubs. So it's very possible that throughout this year of life, she is going to be an extra supportive influence for me, just an encouraging influence. She's going to be a great reflection, a sounding board. I could, share things with her and she'll reflect things back to me. I mean, she's always done this for life, but that role gets amplified. And then the cosmic moon being the two of hearts. I mean, they're the same card. They're really the same card in many, many ways. Um, but that is supporting my year. So it's kind of a lesser influence. It's not considered one of the top five cards necessarily, but it's something interesting to note that this year that's the role it's playing for me, and I love it because I feel like I am in a very creative, like, ooh, let's try this, or what about this idea, or how about we try it this way, and just knowing when you see it in the roadmap, like, oh, that's gonna be supported by this card this year, or by the people of that card this year. Um, yeah, oh, and then I did look at my weekly and
Yeah.
and guess what my one of my cards is for today. I mean,
Is it the ace?
it's a two of hearts.
Oh,
Two of
Kelly's the
hearts.
ace. Kelly's the ace today. She's the
Oh,
ace
no
of clubs
way.
today. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Kudos to you.
And it's just one of those things where you start looking at it more and you see how these cards show up and you see how the conversations that you have with people
Mhm.
show up. And it's like, oh, that's cool. Like you can look at life in one of two ways, according to Einstein. And one is as if nothing is a miracle, and the other is if everything is a miracle.
Right.
I, for one, choose to live my life as though everything is a miracle, including this card science system and just how the cards show up in our daily roadmaps, in our life roadmaps, in our yearly roadmaps. It's fascinating to see the energy and then ride that wave. Ride it. Use the high side of the energy of the cards to support you on your soul journey through life. It's a beautiful, beautiful
Absolutely. They're
thing.
beautiful tools. They are. It's a great tool.
Yes.
You
Yes.
have free will, but I'll tell you, follow it for just a few months and you will be blown away. And you're never going to go back. You'll stick
And
with
so
it.
with that, with just a few months, so much of the work that I do is seasonal, and we are starting the summer season, which is called Awaken the Creative Mind. And of course, I already mentioned that we've got the Artist Way going on. This is a free offering I do every summer, bring a group of people who want to play their way through the spiritual path to higher creativity that is forming currently. So if you have heard of this book or excited about this book or are just curious and want to learn something new,
Mm.
please get on my mailing list that is being formulated right now as we speak. And again, the introductory meeting is going to be this Sunday. I believe it's the 29th of June. And the summer season, there are more opportunities, and one of a really special way to get involved, particularly if you are intrigued by learning the Magi and for sure developing a stronger connection with your mindset and your intuition. I invite you into my private membership, which is called the Joyful Soul Circle. We meet every Wednesday for 13 weeks and we discuss these topics and we use the cards and that's part of how Mare knows her soul roadmap so well is because she is in it every day. And then once a week, we all come together as a group and we discuss a certain topic. and how it affects us and what the cards, how the cards are assisting us. So that is the summer season called Awaken the Creative Mind. That please come and join. And if you want to hear more about that, once again, get on a call with me. And la pièce de résistance that I would love for people to know about is at the end, not at the very end of summer season, but towards the end, what many of us call the unofficial end of summer season, Labor Day weekend, is I am journeying to Mount Shasta with the Rising of the Warrior Goddesses retreat, August 28th to September 1st. It's a 5 day experiential transformational retreat where using the soul roadmap, I am going to guide you into claiming your authentic power, like knowing who you are, who you chose to come into this earthly body as in this lifetime, right? So claiming your power and then activating your soul gifts. I have lots of soul activators that are coming to help through everything through breath to nutrition to ceremony to artwork to just being connected to nature. We are going to create the space so that you can see where your soul is leading you next. And doing it with a beautiful community of open-hearted warrior goddesses, the warrior, the masculine fire, and the goddess, the feminine flow, bringing it all together so that, we can be our best versions of ourselves. And when we're our best versions of ourselves, we're nurturing and caring for ourselves. It just ripples out. It ripples out.
Absolutely, it does.
I feel like my Ten of Clubs has something that she wants to say about and hear all of
The
that.
little buzz, you hear the buzz? Well, I personally, I will say the location that you picked is magical.
Hmm.
And so to have that, and then the people that you're putting in place to come share their gifts, magical. I mean, it's like it's going to be the most it's the vibration. I just can't even imagine the vibration the second you step on that land with
At
all of us and
Mount
all of them.
Shasta,
And oh
right?
my God. Yeah,
Right.
it's
At
just
the
going to
root
be,
chakra of the
oh,
earth. Yes. Yeah,
mhm.
yeah, thanks for saying that. You're right. Like it is. And that's really what a lot of the work that I do and so many soul activators around the globe, all the people who are stepping into their power being like, "You know what? This isn't working anymore, or it's not working for me, or it's not working on a collective level. We need to shift and we really need to rise in our strength and our power." And when we step into our authentic flow, gosh, what just the ability to create change. And the Awaken the Warrior Goddess booklet has listed 7 archetypes of the warrior goddess as shared through Rebecca Campbell and her work in Rise Sister Rise. And maybe it's just like even identifying, well, what archetype do I feel like I am embodying or being called towards or that people see in me? And really allowing yourself the time and the space to develop the gifts to call in what's next. And again, it is scary work sometimes to step into your authentic power. It can be
It's so
overwhelmingly scary.
rewarding.
Hmm.
It's so rewarding.
It is. And that's one of the things that I see you doing as you are creating your own podcast, which I will be on later this week. And the name of that podcast is
Like my brain.
Lick My Brain, where I mean, it's just such a great name for your essence as the Three of Hearts, the experimental love energy, and the Ten of Clubs, like my mind, your way to my anything is through my mind. You've got to lick my brain, stimulate this
Right.
first.
Lick my brain. That's right. Lick my brain podcast on YouTube.
Yes, that's right. And
Pretty much fun.
we are going to be chatting later this week. There's going to be something over on Lick My Brain about how the Magi cards can really help you understand your relationships with others. And of course, we'll be talking about all your favorite cards, the sexy cards in the deck.
Let's do it.
Yes. Yeah. So, and that's just part of the work that, again, the work that can be the byproduct of allowing yourself to play. I mean, this book, I know you and I did this together last year, and just be ready. Just be ready to up level and to step into what feels right and authentic and true, and enjoy the ride,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Take a little step. That's all you got to take.
That's
What did
it.
you say before? You told me
Yep.
take the leap and the rest will follow.
The net will appear. That is right. That is right. And so we're here to help assist you in any leaping, skipping, cartwheel, jumping that you want to do. And then when you are scared as hell, we are also here for you in that joyful soul circle, using this ancient wisdom, mystical storytelling, the power of music, and the joy of creating for creativity's sake. It is going to be a beautiful summer season. So thank you so much for being here, for listening to this opening segment of the Suit of the Club summer season, the mind. Here we go. It is a joy to get to share this knowledge with you all, and look forward to next week when we will talk about the two of clubs, the two
Mm.
of clubs, card of communication. Till then, here's to ready, Mayor? Are we gonna do it this way?
Okay, wait, wait, wait.
Love and joy in the journey. Like,
Oh,
no,
God.
no,
Get it.
my hands were made for an old-fashioned hand heart, so I'm just gonna stick with this.
My hands are made for
For rock on, people. Until next week, like, subscribe, share, do everything that you can to help share this wisdom with those that you think that it will serve. And we will see you back here for another, I was gonna say heartfelt conversation, but I'm gonna say another mindful conversation
Mm,
about the suit
nice.
clubs. All
Thanks,
right.
my Magi. Hey,
All right.
bye, everybody.
Bye. Oh, let me stop the recording. Ciao.